Hey guys, in this video what we're going to be doing is just rationalizing the denominator, but in this video it is going to be featuring Miss O'Neill.
Okay, so rationalizing the denominator, the whole point of rationalizing the denominator is to make sure the denominator ends up being a whole number. So we're going to try to make that denominator a whole number, and to do that we need to remember a trick, and that is when you square root the same number, such as square root of 3 times square root of 3, that will always equal 3. Same, square root of 2 times square root of 2 would equal 2. And that's the thought that we need for this trick. So let's have a look at the first one then. We need to rationalise the denominator and then simplify. So we look at the denominator and say, well, we've got a square root of 6 there. If we times that by square root of 6, we know that square root of 6 times square root of 6 is 6. But whatever we do to the bottom of a fraction, we need to do to the top. So we need to also times the top number by square root of 6. 2 times the square root of 6 then is 2 root 6 over the original 6 we had there. The question does say then to simplify, so 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 6 3 times, so we end up with the square root of 6 on 3. The bottom number, or the denominator, is a whole number. So we have rationalised the denominator. Let's have a look at the next one. Same pattern. So this time we have 1 plus the square root of 7 all over the square root of 3. So we look at the bottom number and say, well, what do we have to times there? We have to times itself, times by itself, top and bottom to make the fraction still equal. So let's have a look. We'll do the bottom first because that's where we're going. Square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. The top is a bit trickier, so we've gone the square root of 3 and left the original part in brackets because we're going to square root of 3 times all of that. So we need to remember how to expand. Square root of 3 times 1 is the square root of 3. Square root of 3 times root 7 is square root of 21. Now we go to the bottom, it's just got a 3 there. The last step is, can we simplify that? No, we can't simplify square root of 21 or square root of 3. Have we got a whole number on the bottom? Yes, so we've rationalised the denominator. So the last example of that then is we say, well, look at the bottom number first. We will need to times it by the square root of 5 to get it to equal 5. But whatever we do to the bottom, we need to do to the top of the fraction, so we've also times it by the square root of 5. Because the original was more than one term, we've had to put a bracket in there. So now we've had to expand that bracket, so root 5 times square root of 3 is square root of 15. Square root of 5 times square root of 2, oh, that's not the square root of 2, that's just negative 2, is negative 2 root 5. And we just leave the bottom because he's already done. We look again and say, can we simplify any of those surds? No, we can't, so that's done deal. The bottom number, the denominator, is a whole number. It's been rationalised, and that's rationalising the denominator.
Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.